Executives are now more concerned about geopolitical disputes than they are about the COVID-19 pandemic, among other hazards to growth. The general level of economic optimism is declining. Our most recent McKinsey Global Survey on Economic Conditions was released 4 days after the invasion of Ukraine, and executives anticipate that its economic impacts will be felt significantly. Geopolitical uncertainty is now rated as the top risk to growth in respondents' nations. Geopolitical disputes are now mentioned as a risk to the near-term growth of their own economy by more than 50% of all executives, up from 16% in the previous study. In contrast, the share of respondents citing the COVID-19 pandemic as a top risk fell from 47% to 11%, as much larger percentages now identify inflation, energy prices, and supply chain disruptions as threats to domestic growth. It is the top risk to domestic growth in every geography, with the exception of Greater China, where respondents most frequently cite the COVID-19 pandemic. While still trending down, overall economic morale is still more optimistic than negative. For the third quarter in a row, respondents are less likely to think that domestic or global economic conditions will get better in the months to come, with the global picture being particularly bleak. A near similar percentage of respondents, about 43%, believe that the global economy will improve over the next 6 months, as opposed to 40% who think things will become worse. The outcome this month also represents the first time since July 2020 that less than a majority of respondents are upbeat about the future of the world economy. Given these statistics, it's best to start investing as soon as possible. Begin early. Learn about the power of compounding returns if you don't already know about it, because it will inspire you for the future. Your money can expand through investing as opposed to just resting there. Any returns you receive from your investments are added to your balance, and subsequent returns are calculated using the larger balance. For instance, if you invested $10,000 and saw a return of 6% annually, you would have more than $18,000 after 10 years. Instead, if you allowed that money to grow for 30 years, you would have nearly $60,000. The longer your money has to build wealth, the earlier you should start investing.